In 1992, James Essel was a 57-year-old man who immigrated to the United States from Ghana in Africa and had 7 children. Since he arrived in 1957, he opened a restaurant and later held branch manager positions at banks in Washington. After retiring from banking, Essel wanted the quiet life, so he purchased a grocery store in the community of Comus called Sugarloaf Mountain Market, located along Old 100 Road in Dickerson, Maryland, about 3 miles west of Interstate 270. Essel was well known for letting his shoppers purchase items on credit. He was well liked by his regular customers who could come in for a chat and buy groceries. On the 22nd of March 1992, it was snowing outside and Essel was working alone. His eldest daughter, Raphael, was supposed to be working with him, but she was feeling sick. At around 5:30 p.m, a man walked into the store. The stranger approached the counter at 5:39 and made a small purchase, but then demanded cash. At some point of handing the money over, Essel tried to fight back, but was stabbed 29 times with a wine bottle and a knife and passed away from the injuries. The attacker cut himself, most likely in the hand, and fled the scene after robbing the store. At the time of the attack, witnesses noticed a white male fleeing the scene in a black Pontiac after it was backed up on the left side of the store. A customer entered the store at 6 p.m. and found Essel's lifeless body on the floor behind the counter, and the authorities were contacted. When they arrived, they interviewed people and collected evidence from the crime scene. It's also believed that the offender was familiar with the work and closing habits of the shop. Among the evidence was blood found in the cash register and on the floor that didn't match Essel's, that was believed to be that from the assailant. The knife used in the attack was never found. Detectives obtained a DNA profile from the blood of the attacker, which was entered into the national database at the time, but there wasn't a match. In an effort to solve the case, the authorities employed the services of DNA technology company Parabon in 2017. Using the DNA left at the crime scene, a snapshot image was created of what the offender might look like. In January 2020, the authorities used genetic genealogy to develop family trees, and using publicly available ancestry websites, they eventually narrowed the suspect down to 51-year-old Hans Hewitts. On the 11th of February 2020, Hans was at work as a motor mechanic and was visited by the authorities. A buccal swab was taken, which matched the DNA left at the crime scene. Early the next day, the authorities tracked Hewitts down in his car in a street near his Virginia Beach home. They force-stopped him to arrest him for robbery and taking Essel's life. He resisted, then presented a gun, and was shot by the authorities and passed away. A man who knew Hewitts said he was a friendly guy. They helped neighbours with car repairs. Hans had no prior criminal history.